All right, y'all. Welcome back to Who on a Life Sentence. Um, excuse me. I appreciate you guys for tapping in with me, spending a little time. You know what I mean? We're going to try to keep it real, try to keep it entertaining, see if we can't learn something, Uh, I'm going to put the cash app up like I normally do. Feel free. If not, then just enjoy the show with your ugly ass. But nah, for real, I really, really appreciate you guys coming in, spending a little time with me, right? And I'm starting to notice that, doing this way, my voice is heard a little bit more than I think it is. So, like I said, I got to start taking it a little bit more serious. Tonight I ain't got no script, y'all. We freestyling. I just got some things on the head I want to run by y'all real quick. So just bear with me. Let me say this. Of course, I know some of y'all done seen when I made the post about my baby mama saying not to call me, under no circumstances. Let me say this. I'm going to take that video down, you know what I mean? And I want to publicly apologize to my son for that video. Again, none of us are perfect. And, sometimes it's just like, now don't get me wrong, we all got freedom of speech. It's my channel, it's my phone, yada, 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 all that. But sometimes when you have power, you know what I mean? You just don't have to utilize it. You know what I mean? If you have if you can show mercy, sometimes you just should. That's what I think anyway. You know what I mean? Some people don't deserve it, but sometimes when and my problem has been a lot of times with women and my baby mama, is that, when you guys get a little power, and a lot of times what give you guys the small amount of power that you have is the kids, our seeds. And when you get that little power, man, you guys never let up. Most times you guys never let up. Sometimes the women mature a little bit and realize, what's best for the kid is a good balanced interaction. But a lot of time the women never let up, and they just abuse the whole power of the little power that they have over
Nigga, every
the
nigga I
kid.
seen with a kid, nigga complained and hated a black woman he had a baby by. So in my 20s, psychologically, nigga, I wanted to be able to have a loving relationship with my son. And nigga, I wasn't fit to have no baby with no black woman because she wouldn't allow you to have a loving, full relationship with your son. Because what I start hearing between my cousins and my female friends is, this my child. You can't take my baby nowhere. So the black woman claims 100% rights and authority over the kids. So that robs a black man of his legacy. I wasn't robbed of my legacy. Most black children don't have their dad's last name. Most black women won't allow the black man to name their child. Most black women wouldn't allow the grandmother of the baby daddy to have access to the grandbaby because what she felt about the baby daddy. So she kept the kid away. So I didn't want that, homie. So I strategically said, nah, I ain't putting my dick over there in that garden.
What's crazy is, out of all my homies,
I'm glad I don't understand
I think
that
me,
shit.
out of all my homies, I think
glad
me
I don't
and him.
understand that shit.
That's what I was about to go to. Out of all my homies, only me and him grew up with our fathers. Is that would you?
100%.
Who else we? That's really
probably about it,
That's
bro.
probably
It ain't
about
too
it.
many.
If I'm
Say, homie,
hitting
listen.
somebody on camera,
Say, homie, I watch,
hey,
homie, I've seen grown men weep and cry. I'm talking about gangster bad niggas, cause man, they just can't see, because she got so much control over the baby. I watch niggas give up on life, homie. I watch niggas put their head down in shame and walk away from the baby cause she got too much control. It breaks a man's spirit and soul. Your son or your daughter looking at you and mama got all to say, and you supposed to be daddy, then you can't be the hero.
Right.
Then you can't be that kid's hero. Because mama played a villain and you can't come save your child from that villain. How you gonna be that hero? I kick this goddamn door in to get my baby. Bitch, now I'm gonna be a hero.
You still want to go on a date with Cardi B?
Yeah.
So that's my problem. So I'm gonna take that down. I might leave it up for about another week or so, but I'm gonna take that down just because, you know, I feel like if it's hurting somebody's feelings and if I can do something, you know, I don't have to, you know, just, you know, it is what it is. So I'm gonna take that down. To my young men, I think my son is going through something right now. So let me say this, first of all. My son is my pride and joy, all right? You know, it is painful. I know it's you know, everybody has their own trauma. So I gotta take in consideration what they consider trauma and what they feel they're going through also. So I just want to let my son know that, you know, he is my pride and joy, and that the decisions that I have made, they don't have anything to do with him.
Say, homie, hey, homie, I've seen grown men weep and cry. I'm talking about gangster bad niggas, cause man, they just can't see, because she got so much control over the baby. I watch niggas give up on life, homie. I watch niggas put their head down in shame and walk away from the baby cause she got too much control. It breaks a man's spirit and soul. Right. Your son or your daughter looking at you and mama got all to say, and you supposed to be daddy, then you can't be the hero.
It's hard, but you know, I'm gonna try to get to it and explain and explain it a little bit later, whatever. Man, what happened is, I'm gonna tell y'all, man, like just a little while ago, man, I was getting ready. You know, I'd be excited to talk to y'all. I had some stuff on my mind. So I had done, you know, put on my headphones, got in the mode, listening to my Don Trip. I'm vibing. I done fixed my coffee. You know, I'm really getting geeked up, you know what I mean? I done roll one up, handle that business, you know what I mean? So I'm talking about I'm getting all the way there just to, you know what I mean, come in, kick it with y'all. And I run upstairs because I was gonna get my comb to make sure I'm presentable on camera. And I run upstairs to get my comb, and my wife say, make sure the pacifier in the baby mouth, so cause she keep moving. I go in the room and sure enough, the baby moving. I try to put the pacifier in her mouth and she get up. So, you know, me knowing how it go, I'm trying to get her to go back to sleep. So I throw the pacifier in her mouth and, you know what I mean, I'm rocking the baby, and next thing you know, I've been in there 15, 20 minutes, you know, just slowly rocking, trying to get the baby to sleep. Then my wife come in and bring the bottle. She say, you know, she might want this. So now I feed the baby. After I feed her, give her the pacifier, you know what I mean, rock her for 20 more minutes. So now I just been in here rocking the baby. I done rocked away all the adrenaline that I built up for you guys. You know what I'm saying? All the, you know, the songs I was listening to, and the coffee and all of that, you know, I had it, man. I was ready. I apologize, y'all. I just been rocking the baby for 40 minutes straight, you know what I mean? So I'm like toned all the way back down now, okay? So that's what that is. But yeah, man, so to my young man, I want to say this. Oh, man, this is, I'm sure I can't be the only, you know, guy going through this kind of thing, but I want to say this, man, to you young guys. I know a lot of times you guys may feel like your fathers are are being hard on you or harder on you than someone else, you know, maybe your sisters or a younger sibling, you know, a lot of time it's looked at like that. And we ain't gonna argue with you, you know, with you guys, you 14, 15, 16, and 17, and we 40, so it's not worth the argument. But I'm gonna say this. I wish there was a way to make you guys understand that we trying to look out for your best interest. It's almost impossible to see right now. Believe me, I know that it's almost impossible to see right now. You think we just, you know, want to put rules on you and be a hard ass and, you know, talk shit and get on your nerves and you didn't do this. And, you know, I know you guys just think we just wake up to be assholes, but it's, man, I swear, if there was, you know, if you can talk to, man, if there was just someone older that you can talk to and ask them about their experience with their fathers, and, you know, you can see how the relationship changes over time. You see what I'm saying? But while you guys are still young and moldable, we gotta stay on you with that pressure, because you really, you not hard at all. You still moldable. So if it's not us that's putting the pressure on you to make sure that you getting the right shape, then it's gonna be something else molding you into something that, you know, that nobody want, that we ain't want, the world ain't gonna want. You know, you understand what I'm saying? So I want to say, man, you know, if possible, guys, hang in there, man. You will see that, you know, fathers don't want anything bad to happen to you. It's still your best interest at hand. So I'm gonna let that be like that. You know what I'm saying? I love my son. You know, hopefully we'll have him on the show soon enough, and we can talk over some things, okay? So I'm gonna go through this one, man. Y'all know I love this metaverse, man. I couldn't wait to get in here, get with y'all. You know, it's like, because on here, like, you can jump in the metaverse and be anything, be whatever you want, do whatever you want. Like me, I'm a judge. You know what I mean? Who'd ever thought, right? So it's like, even with the metaverse, you know, it's like a metaverse world, and people got, it's like a universe. So, you know what I mean? You can go into somebody's house, somebody's real estate. So, you know, and you know, you can look around and peek or whatever, and you can get in and out of there without them knowing. You know what I mean? So I was snooping around old Butler channel. You know what I mean? You see what going on, you know, clicking through those, you know what I mean? I ain't let nobody know I was here, you know what I mean? I'm on that boy Butler channel, right? And I'm telling y'all need to go in there and check that out. And he was telling the story about when him and Lemonhead got into it. Now let me say that. I wasn't gonna mention Lemonhead on this. I think so far, almost 150 stories, I ain't even mentioned Lemonhead yet. And the reason for that is, now, y'all know, we gonna keep it real. Y'all gonna hit the like button then, y'all. You know what I mean? We ain't gonna, y'all, I might well click this thing off, but we ain't gonna keep it real. Y'all gonna hit the like button, show some love. Y'all know I'm gonna keep it real when we get over here. Plus, you know, you guys should know how to handle your feelings and emotions at this point. You know what I mean? And if I'm on here with some bullshit, just let me know it. You know what I mean? But reason why I said I wasn't gonna put Lemonhead on here is because first of all, you know, he's still my partner. And I'm gonna say, you know, he wasn't the best example. You know what I mean? He wasn't the best example for rehabilitation. you know, coming from the penal system, put it like that. So I said I'd just keep him out of it. But, you know, he got a lot to do with, you know, a lot of our past, like I was just saying. Butler was talking about when he got into it with Lemonhead, right? And I'm gonna give y'all one. Y'all need to go check out Butler channel too. I'm gonna give y'all one, and I ain't never told nobody this. Nobody. But like I said, you know, we're gonna get in home here and keep it real. And again, like this for you young guys too. You know what I mean? When I was in, you know, I did my thing. I come out of ITP. I went to dorm 15. Dorm 17, this is PMC, C unit. This is C unit. So dorm 17 for some reason was like a not an honor dorm, but it was a dorm where the people in dorm 17 hadn't had DRs, disciplinary reports, in years. So it was somewhat of a good boy dorm. You know what I mean? You ain't have to worry about, you know, no stealing, no violence. People worked hard to try to get to dorm 17. A lot of the people in dorm 17 had desired details, right? So, and the year that I was up there, this might have been 03 or 04. Man, listen. I had did what I needed to do. I had been DR free. I done came from G1, went to 15. I've been to DR free. Some kind of way I get moved to 17. Man, I get moved to 7. Oh, I'm lying. Now here's the problem. 17 is right on top of dorm 15. So I can't remember, because I know that when I went to dorm 17, it was only for like maybe 4 or 5 days, and I got transferred out of that prison. So, but I think it was dorm, matter of fact, it was dorm 17, because it had to be. It was dorm 17, and so this year, dorm 17 had went undefeated with the basketball. You know, every year they have a basketball season. This year, dorm 17 had went undefeated. I mean, they hadn't lost a game. If I'm not mistaken, I think DJ was already gone home. DJ was already gone home. I don't know if I said it earlier. That's why I stopped and paused just now. But at one point, me, DJ, and Lemonhead were like really close. Us three would like spend a whole lot of time together, right? But this was, I know for a fact, was in dorm 15. So I think DJ had already went home, like I said, and Lemonhead went up to 17, and I had went up to 17. And so this year, like I said, 17 had a crazy team, went undefeated. I mean, they had Lemonhead, they had Burdette. I think New York was up there, the same New York. Damn, Butler be talking about. They had head with the two goals inside their mouth. I'm talking about shoot your lights out. You coming down, just find head in that corner. It's money. They had head. They had what they name? Big. No, Phil was in 15. They had I know I'm missing something. Let me see. Lemonhead, Burdette, Waldo. They had Waldo. Now, let me explain about Waldo. Waldo was like a freak of nature himself. He could do everything. Like Waldo could play basketball, football, slap box, wrestle, everything. He was just, but he wore real thick glasses because maybe his eyesight wasn't that good. So he actually looked a little nerdy, but it'll fool you because anything, man, like he looked like the little nerdy dude. Man, Waldo get out there and run with the best of them, dunking and everything, right? Waldo, like he on time, very coordinated. Waldo, shout out to Waldo. So they had a killer squad, right? I'm talking about these boys went undefeated. And every day, they used to, Lemonhead was like the captain of the team, you know what I mean? Quite naturally. And every day he used to have them out there, practicing. He would have them out there practicing on the court to get ready for the games, you know what I'm saying? So another thing, Burdette. Burdette was New York's bus partner. Burdette was, just like I said, Waldo, Burdette was a freak of nature also. I mean, listen, I never saw Burdette work out. Maybe he did, but Burdette was like ripped up like one of the guys on TV, and it was straight natural. I mean, from like his calf muscles all the way up to his neck, it was just like he walked on his toes, and you could just see the strength and the muscle. Nigga built like a slave, like straight up, right? And he could ball, but he was just, Burdette was not a fighter. Guess what? Can fight like hell. I'm talking about hit hard, can fight. Man, listen, got skills. The boy just got natural skills. Was not a fighter. He was just a cool guy. He liked to play basketball. He was a cool dude. So, like I said, Lemonhead, the captain of the team, and he pretty much, telling everybody what they do and how to set this up. And I remember I was up in 17, and I'm looking out the window, and I'm watching them on the basketball court, and I'm watching them. I'm standing at the window with somebody, and Lemonhead was like running a drill, and he told Burdette to do something, and I think Burdette did it wrong, and Lemonhead snapped. Like, no, nigga, go over this side, bro. I told you, go back. And he like might have threw the ball at him and hit him or something. And I'm sitting at the window thinking like, cause like I said, I know these guys, they never lost a game and they a freak of nature. So he really kind of going kind of hard on them. And this is my partner. So I'm not thinking that much of it, but I'm like, when he do that, I'm really feeling a little bad for Burdette. I'm like, damn, boy, that nigga couldn't talk to me like that. That shit just couldn't be me. You know what I mean? Not realizing, I'm going to be honest, I don't even remember who it was that was on both sides of me, right? But I remember I said that like, damn, boy, that couldn't be me. They couldn't do me like that. You know what I mean? And it was at this point that, I had probably I had won at least 10 or 12 fights at that point. I was feeling myself, you know what I mean? I was feeling myself, you know what I mean? With my fight game, I wasn't scared of nobody. And man, like I said, y'all bear with me. I ain't never told nobody this one. So quite naturally, what I figure out is one of the guys standing next to me must have told Lemonhead what I said. Like, white boy was talking about, goddamn, you couldn't have done him like that. You know what I mean? It had to be, because when they came in and the attitude that I got from them, it came out of nowhere. So, in my mind, just trying to make things make sense, someone had to tell him those words that I said, right? So when they come in, it was all good. It was all good. And we got to playing cards or something, right? And I don't even remember what me and Lemonhead get to arguing about. I don't remember what we get to arguing about, but and we were playing like Pluck sitting on the bed. But whatever we get to arguing about, it got really serious, right? So I don't know who jumped up first. If he jumped up first and I jumped right up behind him, or if I jumped up and he jumped up. But we were in between the beds, the locker box behind me. We in the cut. We got to arguing. I don't remember what we got to arguing about. We were playing cards. Man, we jumped up, and before I even know it, so this the scary part. So before I even know it, man, the man had then grabbed my neck with his left hand and kind of like slammed me. I was already standing close to the locker, so he just like slammed me against it. But so he grabbed it, but he done it so fast. Like soon as we stood up, he grabbed me and slammed me against the locker. So he done it so fast that it shocked me. It sent fear through me. So like off instinct, I grabbed his hands with both. I grabbed his arm with both hands and ripped his hands away from my neck. And as soon as I did that, his other hand grabbed my neck and slammed my ass back against the thing. Boom. So now I done let this hand go and I'm trying to get this nigga hand off my neck, but he's pressing in. He's pressing in. And this shit is hurting, right? It's hurting. And I'm looking at him. This nigga got like this mean look in his eye. Mind you, I had to be about 20 years old because I'm still in Alto. So let me hear it's probably about, shit, he had to be about 23, 24. So this nigga got this devilish look in his eye, like he gonna kill me, right? So I fuck around and get this nigga arm off me, and I ain't swing on him because I'm gonna be honest, I was afraid. From the time that the first time he grabbed my neck, the initial reaction, it sparked, it sent fear through me, and it froze me, it made me freeze. So you know what I mean? Whatever was going on, you know what I mean? That was it. I ain't do nothing. We chilled out. And I remember just like right after, I remember being like really, really hurt. Because again, like I said, me, Lemonhead, and DJ used to spend a lot of time together. And this shit was probably my fault for running my mouth, you know what I mean? But now I'm feeling, because it was one point where I feeling like, you know, we had each other backs through anything, but now I'm feeling like, you know, if it get to a certain point, this nigga will treat me like a stranger. You see what I'm saying? So I remember being hurt, you know what I mean? And I had to go out the dorm for something, man. Miss Knox, this was at the same time when Miss Knox was the sergeant, and she was still communicating with DJ on the street, so she would give us messages. So Miss Knox called me up there, and when I went up there to see her, we were talking, but the whole time I'm talking to her, I'm thinking about what just happened. Man, I fucked around and dropped a tear from my eye. And she like stopped talking and was like, "What's wrong with you?" And I was like, "Nan." I just wiped it. And you know what I mean? She let me go back in the dorm. I went back on in the dorm, and you know, I was feeling it. And you know what I mean? Lemonhead came to me and was like, man, I need a haircut already. Lemonhead came to me and was like, "Man, bro, I would never hurt you, man. I hurt somebody about you, but I would never hurt you." But honestly, you know, it wasn't never the same. It wasn't never the same. Couldn't never be the same. You know what I mean? And you know, but what happened is, and what I had to realize is, I had to be put in my place. You know what I mean? Like I said, I was feeling myself. I was running my mouth. You know, I thought I was a bad motherfucker. You know what I mean? And I ran with some bad motherfuckers. So, you know, it's kind of like woofing up at the leader, the top dog, and he had to show me. And when that happens, and you got to show somebody in your pack that, you know, that they challenging the top dog, then this is not a time for mercy. It has to be ruthless. You know what I mean? And the reason why I'm saying this is because, like how I started in the beginning, when I'm talking about my son and, you know, my baby mamas, when we raising our sons, because believe it, like my son's 15, so you can believe, you know, it's only in their nature to want to grow up and challenge. They want to be better than, you know, the person that they know, you know, like me. My man, listen, since the day me and my son been playing basketball, his only mission has been to beat me. That's it. Now, once he actually beat me. I think when he was 14, he actually won his first game. He don't bug me about playing basketball no more the way he used to, but before he beat me, man, it was every day. We got to play at least one game every day. Why? Because he getting closer and closer. but that was his goal. So it's in their nature to challenge the leader of the pack. And when that happens, you know, that's not a time to be soft on them. You gotta let them know, you like, because it's rules and regulations to everything. If you wanna be the leader of the pack, there's certain things that you gotta go through. You gotta go get your pack and you lead them the way that you wanna lead them. But you gotta pay the cost to be the boss. You're not gonna lead my pack. You in my pack. You're not gonna lead my pack. So, that was one thing I had to, like I said, I never shared that story because, again, you know, I've always felt like it made me look weak. It's one of the times where I've been chunked off and, you know, and I ain't do nothing. Now, also remember, I told y'all the story about, when C Murder was talking that bullshit, when I was cutting Hot Boy hair and I had to goddamn dust him off and now, and I did damn near the exact same move. And I told y'all that story before I told this story. So I did the exact same move. When I got him in the back, I choked him. As soon as he grabbed one hand off this neck, I did it with the other hand. And I actually got that from Lemonhead doing it to me. You know what I mean? I know the kind of fear that it sparked through me, and I done it to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? And it worked. So, that's, you know, sad to say, I never went through this stuff with my father because I feel like, you know, he didn't care enough. You know what I'm saying? He never had to check me, put me in my place or anything like that. So it was actually guys in the penal system, because I went to prison. I caught my case at 14 and got out when I was 23. So a lot of the penal system did that molding for me. You know what I mean? My attitude, the way I was gonna think, the way that I was moving, it came from institution. Like for instance, like what I'm saying, I heard Lemonhead say one day, Lemonhead was like, man, nigga ain't whooping me, period. Bottom line. He was like, bro, if a nigga wanted to whoop me, he should have did it when I was 15, 16, 17. Bro, I'm not taking no loss, period. And, you know, for me to hear someone say that, because, you know, my motto was, shit, win, lose, or draw, I'm going. You know what I mean? And at that point, I had more wins than losses, but I had some losses. So I'm like, win, lose, or draw. But Lemonhead was saying he ain't taking no loss, period. You know what I mean? He said I heard him say, he said, bro, I run for a nigga I let a nigga see me lose. And I adopted that. And I'm gonna be honest, from that day that I adopted it to this day, I ain't lost. I ain't lost the fight. I back down. You know what I mean? I let it go before, if I think I ain't finna, you know what I mean? But nah, I ain't the ones that I have got into. And I'm talking about, that's from prison. That's from when I was still active to 40 years old. I ain't lost the fight. And I got that attitude from Lemonhead. But yeah, I don't know if I had finished that statement when I was saying that you know, I decided not to talk on my folk because, like I said, you know, some people don't make you know, the best transitions. You know what I mean? But we'll go through a little bit of that later on and we'll talk about that, all right? I appreciate y'all for tapping in with me. You know what I mean? I'm going to keep this one kind of simple. Ain't going to be too long. Hit that like button, share, and subscribe. I'll see y'all on the next one.